Fast, fast. Ready? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I am Anisha Dev, member of IEEE MBSR. I take the privilege to welcome you all to the IEEE Conference RASEFT 2024. Starting today's session by our invited talk, Dr. Merighu Lakshminarayana sir. He is a distinguished scientist, educator, and leader in electronics and communication engineering. He holds degree from JNTU Hyderabad, IIT Kharagpur, and Queen's University. With 54 years of experience in DRDO, Dr. Lakshminarayana has made significant contributions to indigenous electronics warfare projects. He has held key positions including project director and program director, and has published over 30 research papers. A fellow of IEEE, an institution of engineers, Dr. Lakshminarayana has guided several MTech and PhD students. He has also held leadership roles in IEEE and other professional bodies. Please join us in welcoming Dr. Merighu Lakshminarayana sir.
ఇది అవసరం రైట్ ఓకే గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ టు యూ ఆల్ జనరల్ చైర్ డాక్టర్ ఎన్వీరావు గారు మారుతిరావు గారు డాక్టర్ నోకల శ్రీనివాస్ అండ్ ప్రొఫెసర్ NIT Warangal and participants. I think we are already running late by about 45 minutes, but anyway, in any case, let us start. Why so much, backbenchers here, so many, see, if we take a photograph, it will be difficult,
Please come forward, all of you.
Come forward. Okay.
Please come forward. Please.
You can start. Slide change.
Please come forward, all of you. Please. Occupy front chair.
Online లో ఓకే Good morning to you all. I think this is the second day of our RASEFT 2024. I will be talking on technologies for unmanned aerial systems. Right. First, I introduce what is the unmanned aerial vehicle, drone or whatever we call. Then classification. I will give the classification. Drone architectures. What is this? Okay. Some applications. UAV in agriculture. Actually, this is what our general chair suggested because it is sustainable. Incidentally, 3/4 of my life went in electronic warfare work. So after my retirement also I am doing work on anti-drone solutions. Right. If it is anti-drone solution, it is something like that before giving the treatment you should diagnose the patient, Something like that you are expected to know the drone. But most of the time I was only looking for this, military drones. But then opportunity came. We are also looking at the, commercial drones. But something, this opportunity, I would like to utilize and share my experience on the drones and anti-drones a little bit about these things, right? Okay, since this is an IEEE conference and Dr. Vijay Latha has already told I am skipping these two, right? I am working for Unistin Tech Solutions. It is a MSME, right, in Hyderabad. We are working with Zen Technologies, and we are located at Kondapur, High Tech City, Hyderabad. 400 employees are there in our company. More than 250 are there for R&D purposes. The average age is about 25 years to 27 years. All are youngsters, except some half a dozen of we old people, right? Otherwise, direct from college, they are coming and doing wonderful work, right? Now, coming to that, little bit of confusion will always be there. Some people say, what is this drone, unmanned aerial vehicle? So, there is no standard so far. We are using it synonymously. Unmanned aerial vehicle is a small sized aircraft, right? And drones are mainly, now I am talking in the sustainable point of view. So they are used in the industries, agriculture, of course, photography, delivery, search and rescue. Why we call UAV, UAS, unmanned aerial vehicle system? If you say UAV, it is only unmanned aerial vehicle. Vehicle alone cannot do everything. It needs payloads, it needs sensors and other things. So it needs a person also. So unmanned means the person is not physically in the platform, but without man that doesn't work. We have to control all those things, right? If we take back, UAV is not a very recent one. You see, it is isolated as actually initial aircraft systems also went with unmanned only, because man, life is very important. So when we are trying to that, flying vehicles, we drive unmanned vehicles. But the known unmanned system is UAV was in 1982 during the Israeli-Syrian conflict. Most of the things started with military only. Israel is still using drones. That I don't have to tell you. Every day we are seeing in the newspapers. And now, just to have a, before going to the technology of drone, little bit, let us say that heading point of view, search and rescue, inspection, agriculture, surveillance, geomapping, unmanned cargo systems, aerial photography, environmental monitoring and research. These are just, I say some applications, right? I will not be going through, details in between. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is the first talk.
The first slide, right?
First talk, first slide.
Okay.
We are running behind 45-minute schedule, right? Okay. See, in my talk, I will be dwelling a little bit more on the agriculture and some more other things, right? Before going to that one, once we say that UAV or drone, there are very number of varieties are there. What are all the things we can use? See, there is no single standard for the classification of UAVs today. Defense agencies as well as civilian agencies have already started their classification. Certain classifications are by size, nano UAS, micro, mini UAS, and mini UAS. This is fixed wing, this is the multi-copter, and this again small UAS. I kept only for this. Military I am not including, where some UAVs are having 20-meter wing length for defense purposes. Looking at the category by body type, fixed wing, multi-rotor, vertical takeoff and landing (VTOL), for agriculture and for other sustainable purposes, mostly we are using fixed wing and multi-rotor, right? When coming to the category by altitude and endurance. Endurance is the time taken from the UAV for the UAV from starting until it lands. See, it is active performance, working performance. LASE, low altitude short endurance. LALE, low altitude long endurance. Medium altitude long endurance is MALE, HLE, high altitude long endurance. These two are mostly used for defense. Some, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, like such endurance is there for these things. But we will be for commercial, these things, these up to small UASs are good enough for us. Now looking at other way also, this is for the DOD classification. See, this is a drone or UAV for military purposes, right? Looking by weight and range, we will be having, see, these are all, see, just now I told 0.14 meter, 1.4 meters wing length, but I will show that wing length of as much as 2.9 meters. Still we are calling it is multi-copter, small UAV, right? Here if you see, a typical UAV will be having a flight controller, airframe, GPS, propeller, right? Electronic speed controller, landing gear, motor, battery. See, so many things. That is the reason we can say as a drone system, right? Now, this is from the electronics point of view. We will be dwelling this. It will be having communication and surveillance module, power system module, navigation module, flight control module. Any UAV. From the technology point of view, if you look at it, communication module, suppose it looks at 2.4 gigahertz we will use for spread spectrum because we need reliable communication, right? Spread spectrum. And 900 megahertz, 1.2 gigahertz, 2.4, 5.8. This is for payload as well as data exchange, right? Data transmission purposes and video transmission purposes. And 433 and 869 for telemetry purposes, right? Once we have these things for uplink, downlink, whatever you call, electro-optic, infrared cameras, and these are the things. Now coming to this is main important one, power system module. In the power system module, we have lithium polymer batteries. Hello, please be settle. See, I was waiting from 9:30 till 10:15. I did not find anybody to start. The moment I started, I think I am happy at least many people are interested to come, but please try to listen, right? Here, this is the one area, technology. Here, if the battery is heavy, right, the, time for, flying time will be less because of the weight and battery weight, right? So, endurance, that we call endurance. So, and lithium polymer batteries are also, of course, that was the technology available. Right now we are using fuel cells. Fuel cells are the recent technology. Fuel cell for the same weight of lithium polymer battery and fuel cell, the endurance increases 3 times. That means earlier whatever we were using 15 minutes or 20 minutes, with the same weight, by using these batteries, we can use up to 1 hour endurance. So that is the advantage of the technology which we need to use. And I think this is yet to come, it is just, coming to the market. I am not sure whether it is still totally, commercialized. Right. Coming to the navigation, the GNSS and see, Global Naval Navigation System, right? This is the way I did it. Here, suppose in the GPS we can use the GPS, GIDO, and other satellite facilities are available. But in case the satellite signal is not available, what will we do? There is the inertial navigation system. Inertial navigation system is in the GPS denied environment we can use inertial navigation system. The most common in inertial navigation systems use accelerometers and it determine acceleration, the gyroscopes for determining the angular rotation. Another thing, things are again coming up, evolving. In case of, we can also, a non-GNSS based system, this is the term which is coming up is image aided navigation, IAN, is under development. And another this thing is another terrestrial based transceivers. This forms a position network that operates either in combination with GNSS or totally independent. And one more thing which I have not written here is that, quantum positioning system. Of course, quantum technology is just coming up, and the government in India is already taking this particular quantum mission until 2030. It is already planned, but mostly things are going for the what is that called? Quantum computing is taking top priority. Quantum sensing is taking the next priority, right? Communication links I already told. Next this thing is that, command and control. Since it is an unmanned, we need to command it. Command it means suppose how it should go. It should be, is it autonomous or should we control regularly? See, that is another case. So command and control, right? See, uplink is used to control the aircraft, drone, and sorry. The most popular command and control data links currently used are 433 megahertz and 869 megahertz, right? And 900 megahertz also. These frequency bands can cover up to 75 kilometers, right? Here the problem is during this in the control stage, what is the frequency of receiving the data? Is it once in 10 seconds or once in 1 second? So it all depends upon the requirement and mission purposes. Now, the most important is that for UAV, the minimum requirement of flying requirements are there, bare minimum. The other things require that is payloads, right? Payload is the weight that UAV can carry in addition to the UAV itself, right? Their platform. For UAV payloads are classified as essential for flying, and the other one is essential for providing the required services, right? Here, for essential one for flying are GNSS receiver, GNSS antenna, So for passing on the medicines, they have done like that. Recent our, Budamere, Vijayawada floods, that I don't have to explain. You all know that, right? How the drones are useful. Okay. This is another thing. Just now I told you, for digital agriculture, there are three-stage processes. This is what, in IRCOE, India Region Center of Expertise, which IEEE Hyderabad section we are doing, trying to do. Just this yesterday, our Gopal Krishna Garu has just, posted this particular paper. I don't know. In some context, immediately he is suggesting us we should take something in agriculture. We are doing basically IoT harmonization, right? So in this one, collecting and digitizing information, right? And data processing, aggregating the comparing within the agronomic models, providing recommendations to the farmer, crop variety to choose, fertilization, seed time, irrigation pattern. Here, during 2013 to 2018, 6 years time, Brazil has done a wonderful job. The product they have, and with using these techniques, the product output increased 6 times, right? Instead of 500 per kg per hectare, the output gave 3000 kgs per hectare. So now, if you see these things, then how it is possible? Suppose you take one example, let us take paddy or mirchi, whatever you take. Mirchi in Guntur, mirchi in Karimnagar, mirchi in Punjab. How many? And paddy in Punjab, paddy in Hyderabad, rural areas. Then how will you come to a conclusion? Because soil will not be uniform across the country. So, see, now you have to take, how will you take it? You take the pictures, right? You take the pictures or scan it, then you do the image processing. Images and you take image processing for the crops or even, that also I will explain. By doing this, the data collected will be so much, it is just not possible without using the modern techniques. But that is the reason they are using machine learning techniques used in doing the applications. Here, of course, this is, I'm sorry, this, a lot of this thing, just, a couple of days ago only I switched over here. So I just put it as it is, acknowledging the reference also. I think it is down. Here, classification, counting, detection, estimation, inspection, mapping, monitoring, re-identification, recognition. In this case, most of the things have belong to agriculture, at least to, more than 50% applications are with agriculture, something like that, plant disease detection like this. In these applications, these are the techniques. You only look once, and faster RCNN, faster regional convolutional networks, support vector machine, random forest, K nearest neighbor. These are the techniques, I think, for the, computer science division of this we are there. I don't have to tell, I don't know much. Honestly, just division of this we are there. Collected the information and trying to motivate you to work, working on any one itself is a challenge, right? So these are the opportunities to work, and these will decide the sustainability in whatever the requirement in the current case, the agriculture. It is not, then what is the technology of drone? What the drone is doing? Drone will select the appropriate sensors, drone will collect the data, drone will pass it on, right? Now, if you see this, the taxonomy of applications and advancements of smart sensing for agriculture. Soil health, smart irrigation system, leaf identification, right? Improving cross yield. These four are directly for the, agriculture. Of course, in abroad, what is that, cow farming is also agriculture for them, right? In certain cases, they say that, animal husbandry. For these things, we need communication protocols and other emerging futuristic techniques are also worked out here. Suppose if we say that, see, nitrate concentration, phosphate content, soil moisture, soil compaction, nutrient, capacity concentration, soil fertility, land, all these things, drone will not do anything, but drone will choose one appropriate sensors. But if the drone is not there, suppose some 10 acres of land is there, how many people have to do, how many samples will you take, or how will you do it? People have been doing, it is not that we are only starting agriculture with today, it is going on centuries old, right? In that way, the drone technology will be useful, right? Smart irrigation, in the water level monitoring, efficiency of irrigation pump, like leak detection, climate driven. Particularly, suppose sometimes if we buy, what is aquaculture, holes will be there, right? Now that means leaf is eaten by insects. What the farmer will do? Put lot of pesticide because he has to. Because nobody will buy. If the pesticide is also excess, what will happen? We are not able to eat. Sometimes we are throwing after even cooking the vegetables sometimes because of the but insecticide smell, right? Particularly some vegetables, right? So these are the things which we can use all these things again with the data processing, right? But even you see after the harvest has come, now we are seeing unseasonal rains. People keep the crop output on the roads. If you travel on the National Highway 44, you see tens of kilometers together, you will find the crop, post-harvesting crops, right? So, how to grain storage, inventory management, smarter transportation. So, these are all the things which we need to work out, right? Now, you see, just now I told you, all these things means here the technology comes into picture. Which sensor will you use? pH sensor, ultraviolet sensor, and PIR sensor, soil moisture. These last four are dielectric sensors, right? Useful for the agriculture purposes. See, for instance, if you want to measure the soil moisture content, right? Then what is that? It determines the moisture content of the agriculture field. Then, based on this one, you will say that nutrient recommendation system, soil moisture detection, water scheduling. How much water you can put, how to manage for the water, all these things, right? So, in like this, these last four, see, so many sensors are there. Our duty is, see, we have farmer, you see, you can't expect farmer to do all those things. So, again, it is on the all technologies, right? See, pH sensor is there. It is electrochemical. This measures pH level, nutrient recommendation, even pH level. You see, our drinking water, RO system, one problem. Non-RO system, other problem. So sustenance counts. The work in that also we need to identify. There is a lot of work is involved in these things. Now, benefits of drone technology in agriculture. Right. In this drone technology, enhanced precision. The drones enable data-driven decision making, right? Allowing targeted resource application, right? For the crop management. This translates into increased efficiency, reduced waste, and ultimately high yields. And improved monitoring, sustainable practices by enabling precision agriculture and optimizing resource use. Drone technology promotes more sustainable approach to farming. Reduced water, I will show that how much reduction of water can take place, right? And reduced pesticide usage benefits not only the environment but also ensures long-term soil health, right? Okay. Now, one problem we are facing, labor problem, right? How many people are required? So many people are required for this agriculture work. But if these particular drones are there, you can do the same work with a reduced number of labor, right? Now you see this. The top one, where we are in India in the present context, right? Sir, MGPL, in the present context, we are at this point. Indian agriculture is at a critical point right now. We are not noticing. What we are noticing is we have to take a decision between producing more food and taking, or should we take care of the environment? We want more output, more output. Is it going to solve? It may be a temporary issue, temporary solution. Getting more product, but at what cost we are getting right now? We are polluting the environment and getting more product. Now you see, the World Bank has reported approximately 80% of fresh water supply is consumed by agriculture sector. Where will we get water? It is not that somewhere we can. Because of this, groundwater is also getting depleted. Right. With these two things, the right now drone technology in India, Indian agriculture has immense potential. Now you get into this thing, this is the one. The drone market in India is poised for exponential growth. Right? Staggering from US $13 billion by 2030, the present, of course, 2 years before, it was, 2022 at $2.71 billion. Now, with over 200 drone tech startups, this I have taken from internet. I think it is July 2024. It is posted. Hopefully, it is very these figures may be very near to the present figures. 200 drone tech startups. So most of you see another opportunity. You can have startups, drone tech startups. More than 13,000 drones are already registered for agriculture purposes, and investments totaling of $83 million from January 2016 to November 2023. Right? Now, coming to our domestic district, I have taken this from the Ministry of Civil Aviation website. We have about 200 plus applications across civil and defense sectors. India is using defense drones for the highest number of applications in the world. Right? See, anything you take India, the number will be high, including our population. Right? Looking at this agriculture, right? Wildlife preservation, environment, forestry. See, these are the things which are more first priority for us. Of course, defense is another priority, but as per our conference topic, goes with other things. This is it beyond our list. Right. You see, sir, this is the one here. Drone policy was liberalized in 2021. Projects conducted across India for agriculture, healthcare, and defense. In this one, standard operating procedure for spraying of pesticides, nutrients launched by Ministry of Agriculture. Subsidy announced for Ministry of Agriculture for Kisan drones. No, 100 Kisan drones launched by Honorable Prime Minister. This is in 2016. Prime Minister has launched this. 2016. In 2022, I think February 15th, 2022, Prime Minister has inaugurated these 100 drones, right? And now, right now, 1,000 drones live up for this. Drone Shakti mission is launched by Honorable, Finance Minister. Another this thing, you see, we need to, who should use the drones? Farmer, if you go to the give the drone, no, it's difficult. Then PM announcement, 15,000 women self-help groups to be given loan and training for operating the drones. Because that is more important. Operating drones, data, once you operate and get the data due to a scientists, computer scientists, they will give the data, analyze and give. And another this thing is, government is made, vision is global hub for drones by 2030. Here, now we can see that in the country, airspace map for drone operators. Nearly more than 90% of the Indian airspace comes under green zone. Means you can use drones. Only 10% is the red ones and yellow ones. Red ones are prohibited. You are not supposed to fly the drone at all. Yellow ones, you can still fly the drone with proper permissions. So this is from the government of India website, right? Now, certain achievements in the recent achievements, quickly I will go, I think, another 5 minutes I will try to close this. Swamitwa Yojana launched on April 24, 2020. Under this, 83 crore 99 lakh 20,770 land parcels have been digitized, contributing to the improved administration and reduced power disputes. This is the one which has been done, and additionally, it supports formulation of enhanced Gram Panchayat development plans through GIS maps. Right. Locust control. This we have seen earlier. This is the biggest problem for crops. India made history by deploying drones for locust control in Rajasthan's Barmer, Jaisalmer, Bikaner, Nagaur, and those four districts. Right? Some examples, because in the beginning of this thing, I did not think about this, because our mindset is all the time, electronics. But what electronics does is more, what is that, it gives a lot of satisfaction if you know, in addition to your electronics, right? Here, pesticides and fertilizer spraying. 1,000 plus drones to be deployed by pesticides and fertilizer companies by 2024 end. Means already over. I think this must be definitely, we are getting, see, by using this 30% reduction in pesticide usage. Now, farmer gets loan or invests, right? When he buys 100 bags, then he will be buying 70 bags only. He is saving some money also, reducing the pesticide, and that pesticide, our consumption of pesticide is coming little bit less. Right? That is another advantage for us, right? Then up to 85% water saving. You see, 80% of the fresh water we are using for agriculture. By using drones and technology, so drone means just not the associated technology, let us call it. Then 85+% of water saving, 50 times more efficient, health saving for farmers. And IFCO plans to procure 2,500 agri drones for efficient spraying, right? This is in Hyderabad. A drone company is there, right? Sena H10, because this we were looking for drones for our anti-drone solutions. Incidentally, this fellow came to give the drones, but this drone is not useful for our anti-drone solution. You see, right? In the second or third slide, I told categorization by size. That size and this size nowhere. So standards have not yet properly done. So the wing, this is the hexacopter. Just for the preference, I kept it here. Payload capacity 10 liters or 10 kg. See, this is the first spraying tank, right? Here it is DGCA classification medium. Overall 30.3 kg, including payload. This decides. This 30.3 kg. Right now we are 22 minutes is the endurance. If this is using lithium polymer batteries, this may be, suppose by using fuel cells, this automatically this increases to 60 minutes per hour, right? So like this, flight speed, all these things are for multi-discipline. Some electronics, some mechanical structures, all this thing. This is a multidisciplinary area. I think this should encourage all of us, right? After agriculture, I just put one slide for disaster planning, right? I mean, disaster planning means for management, not to plan the disaster. But unfortunately, the website, Ministry of Civil Aviation website put this one. I could not delete this, right? Here, high resolution 3D model generated by drone surveys like this, Then when water is there, I think like this we can see how we can address. The same thing was addressed in, Jamoli of this thing, Uttarakhand. Drones deploy fiber optic cables for disaster management. Right? Now, this again, just newspaper cutting, I got it. Now, thermal drones to rescue people to disaster. There is nothing like thermal drone which is using thermal sensors. So, this particular one I just copied here. Equipped with thermal sensing technology, soon drones could become a commonplace for locating people or bodies in disaster hit areas, tracking missing persons in forests, and aiding law enforcement. This is right in Hyderabad. Right. Another one is also in NMDC, National Mineral Development Corporation. Again, just for reading it is difficult. I just copied here. Development Corporation began using high-end drones for mineral exploration. These are custom-built octocopter drones equipped with advanced sensors such as magnetometer, hyperspectral, and lidar. This is claimed to be one of the biggest breakthroughs in mining and exploration space. See, this is the power of the drones here. You see, this is also from Hyderabad. Hyderabad, drone purchase makers in Hyderabad, because I am not marketing this. Right? Now, little bit of this thing. CUAS, counter UAS. Though we are doing all, there are people, because people will normally, burn the crops also. That's also, countering, how to destroy good things are not uncommon, right? So in this one, mostly we will get into these things. Electronic jamming, normally nobody bothers. Why electronic jamming? I mean, or radio frequency jamming, nobody plans for, particularly agriculture sector. But other these things are cyber attacks are there, spoofing and hacking. Now, here I say that instead of that one, I will, directly go here. Right. Because drones depend on satellite signals and ground stations. Certain, whatever the, jamming signals will enter through the navigational channel, right? Navigational channels. So this is where we have recorded. See, GNSS jamming is the technology that navigation system of UAVs which can block the telemetry or GNSS signals. So what will happen? UAV loses its navigation satellite link under GNSS jamming. Okay, if it loses, it can go to INS. That is where the countermeasure we can say. This is the countermeasure. We say that ECM. So normally we are more interested in ECM. We will take ESM then ECM. Right? Okay. Now in the sensor jamming technology, right? Now spoofing. What will happen in the spoofing? This disrupts or control to certain spoofing targets includes GNSS systems, operating systems, and sensor systems. And hacking is there when spoofing at the communication protocols, then hacking will take place. So just I briefly kept these things. It is not that nobody see intentionally in a particular larger area. If somebody these things, it is still possible. That means why we need to see this. We need to come out of. We have to develop counter techniques which are already there because I have not kept the those things here, right? This is the anti-drone solutions which I am associated with this, but not relevant here. Just to show that we are doing anti-drone solutions for military applications, not for commercial or agricultural purposes, right? I think this is the last one, right? So, concluding, security of UAVs is one of these things. Vulnerability due to jamming, hacking, crash prevention, right? Energy restrictions, battery life and endurance. These are the things which we can work out, right? And another this thing is, of course, swamps, UAV swamps, multimodal sensor data fusion. These are the some technical requirements are there. Another this thing is the cost of the course, which I would not keep it here. Now the present cost is 7.5 lakhs to 15 lakhs. Can a farmer buy a drone? Not possible, because each person land parcels are small things. Say again, yesterday we heard some 4 P's. P. One of the P's you should address this. So cost is also one of the concern as on today, right? With this, I thank you all. Particularly, I thank MGPL Narayana Garu 2 days ago. What I prepared was totally technical. So then, theme is sustainable. Suddenly, I also felt the right suggestion, and I thank MGPL Garu, N. Garu, Arthur Garu, and all of you for patient listening. Thank you very much. I'm not sure for any questions. We can have the questions. Or
Questions that key questions
Tea break.
tea break.
Tea break only. Time లేదు.
actually, I started in 9:30. See, there are more things are there, huh? కొంచెం పరిగెత్తే టైంలో time. No, I will continue this.
Sir, 1 second. 1 second.
Thank you, sir, for that informative and insightful session. Now I'd like all the dignitaries to felicitate sir.
Ready, sir? Close now. 1 second, sir. Done, sir.
Now we'll be having a tea break for around 10
ఆ
minutes.
వెబ్సైట్ దొరికింది సార్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇంకా ఉంది ఇంకా అంటే 36 స్లైడ్ల వెబ్సైట్ అది ఇది
The dignitaries can be, can go to the room to the side for their tea break.
Natural fun.
Give me a paper on the TV.
basically